Welcome to the Tweak of the Week. Today, we activate gluteus maximus while helping create healthier and more effective movement in the hips. Welcome back. I'm Tommy Larkin, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get right to the chase today. This week's tweak is about building up a strong butt, so the rest of the hips overall can gain more freedom of movement. Back in tweak number 28, we looked at the clamshell movement, which targets gluteus medius and minimus. Clamshells target hip strength by increasing the capability of the two smaller glute muscles, which help abduct the leg while aiding the facilitation of internal rotation. Now, today's work needs these muscles to engage to keep the leg in a neutral alignment, which allows the lifting of the leg to target the strengthening of the butt while we increase hip flexion in the sagittal plane. Now, there are two levels of work we can do in what many call donkey kicks. The first is to only do the leg movement. The second is to add an extended arm, thus incorporating some elements of the bird dog exercise. Whichever form you do, it is important to make sure you maintain the actions of cat in the abdomen and cow in the upper back and chest region. By doing so, when lifting the leg, the muscles of the abdomen and iliopsoas muscle group are placed into an engaged stretch. This creates a more dynamic process in the body through synergism, which increases functional stability and movement. You know, those things I call optimal movement. So let's get over to the mat and Maximus de gluteus. All right, so today's movement we do on our hands and knees in a tabletop position. Now, the first thing that you want to know is if you got some wrist stuff going on, you could do this on your fists if you needed to. That would be perfectly fine. The second thing is to get a little bit of cat going, so you know what that cat feels like in the belly, and while you keep the cat in the belly, you open the chest and do cow, right? So you got both of those going. Now bring the knees a little bit closer together for stability, and with keeping the right leg bent, you're going to lift that foot up towards the sky. Now I like to imagine I'm trying to lift it up to touch the ceiling or the back of my head when I'm extending the leg up, right? Then you'd exhale, bring the knee back down relatively in line with the other leg, and then you inhale, lift again. And then you exhale down, inhale, lift, inhale, lift, inhale, lift, inhale, lift. So that's the movement pattern. We'll do a couple more just so you can see that, right? And there you go. So that's option one. Option number two is you can add it with a bird dog effect. So you extend the opposing arm. In this case, it'll be my left because I'm going to do the right again. And you lift that right knee again. You do the same motion, but you keep the arm lifted. And you got to make sure you keep that cat in the belly and cow in the chest and don't collapse in that supporting arm. Again, just a few more to do the movement pattern so you can see. Good. And then you would release down. Now, I recommend 10 to 15 on each side. You can also do a combination of 10 to 15 with both the hands down and one arm lifted while doing the leg action. So there you go. I hope you gained great benefit from today's work. If you have any questions about this tweak or any previous one, let me know. Put your question in the specific tweaks comments and I'll get back to you. Also, don't forget to click that like button below, plus subscribe to the channel. Follow us on social media and visit the website for other inspiration and great ways to increase your vital energy. You'll find those links in the description below. In addition, if you know someone who would benefit from today's tweak, I'd really appreciate you sharing it with them. And before I forget, check out these other videos that I'll be posting here on ways to increase your movement quality. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, have an amazing week and be excellent to each other.